what is happening right now.
Dude, it's an acid trip.
This whole movie's an acid trip.
So Alex, so far, how is this to you? Perfect.
So what I'm going to have my lovely volunteer Wes do is read one role, and I'm going to read the other. And I want you guys to try to guess which scene from Revenge of the Sith it is.
What is gold?
Oh my god, it's the scene.
I'm not entirely sure. It's the scene?
It's the scene.
It is the scene.
This is not only is this a good scene in the actual movie, it's also a really good scene of Backstroke of the West, because this dialogue about Darth Plagueis is amazing.
Oh my god.
The scene's so good.
I can't wait to see what they call Plagueis.
Oh god.
Yes!
The tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, but it's Backstroke the Third Gathers.
Oh no.
The Third Gathers Backstroke of the West, sorry.
So Star Wars: The Third Gathers Backstroke of the West is poorly translated. It's a poorly translated version of Star Wars Episode 3 into Chinese and then back into English. And it's hilarious.
You wish to see I is speaker?
2 gold, close to the amount. I have a good news. I beat the Intelligence Bureau, the telephone. They discovers the directions of the Space General. He hides, particularly with the system of gold. You know that I can't depend on this Parliament. And they bring into you too in the scheme here.
I am not that understand.
You are affirmative to have doubted. The hopeless situation Parliament wants to rule. They planned the betrayal me. They force you to do what not the affair of the brilliance. They let you keep watch on me.
The hopeless situation, Elder, is what justice?
Justice to see from which aspects see. Hopeless situation elders that similar to others are all, include to look forward to the right.
Gold, you know that I can't depend on this Parliament, and they bring into you too in the scheme here. Gold, careful want. You understand of too.
I know that they do not believe you.
2, all councilmen's, whole republic.
Our cognition hereafter. What of my thought?
Why, they force you to do what not the affair of the brilliance? They let you keep watch on me.
I do not know, and should how say.
Remember, you're the day of the warrior study of the past. Have the person who have your power. Even hopeless situation, Elder.
You got the worst person to read this from.
You totally did. The hopeless situation, Elder, is what justice.
Justice to see from which aspect sees. Hopeless situation elders that similar to others are all. Include to look forward to the right.
But the West Emperor depends on the improbity. They consider oneself own.
What word is that?
So, some of these words are nonsense, I'll say.
Okay.
I also belong to the hopeless...
I definitely read it.
I also belong to the hopeless situation Presbyterian.
Hopeless situation, Elder, should be to have no private. They only concern other people.
Gold, you know that I can't depend on
I
this.
I can't.
I can't. Betrayal me.
I not think so. Gold.
I guess Gold is Anakin? My boy?
Maybe?
I guess.
I'm so dehydrated right now.
I do not know.
Get some water, dog.
It's too good, man. I can't miss this.
Have the person who
You can pause it.
You fucking crazy?
have the person who have your power. Even hopeless situation, Elder.
Whoa, dude, he just spat that out. Even hopeless scenario. It's like the warnings at the end of like those medical commercials.
To the to the right.
Hopeless situation elders. At similar to others are all. Include to look forward to the right.
I'm gonna lose my ability. I think I'm not be able to speak English after this movie. Start talking like the Presbyterian.
Presbyterian. Hopeless situation. Yeah, the hopeless situation, by the way, is the Jedi.
Yeah, the hopeless situation
they are
warriors.
hopeless situations or hopeless situation warriors. Yeah, one of the two.
Oh, and one of the most hilarious things of all of this is that the Jedi Order, or the Jedi Knights, are referred to as the hopeless situation warriors, which is just perfect. And hearing these extremely talented, scarily talented voice actors repeat all these lines and refer to the Jedi Temple as the hopeless situation, it's just perfection. I don't know how else to put it.
So one of the funniest parts about Backstroke of the West is they refer to the Jedi Council as the Presbyterian Church the entire movie.
The Jedi are hopeless situation elders.
What does that say about their situation?
I hope it's good.
Well,
what do we call
guess...
ourselves? Oh, well, the hopeless situation elders. It seems like.
I guess they tried to translate Jedi to hero to Mandarin, and then Mandarin back to English turned it into hopeless situation.
Hopeless situation.
Hopeless situation.
Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situations. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation.
Hopeless situation.
Hopeless situation.
Hopeless situation.
Hopeless situation. Hopeless situations. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situation. Hopeless situations.
Heroes ground.
Heroes ground. Hero ground. Heroes ground. Heroes ground.
The Jedi are called the hopeless situation, and the Jedi Council is called. Actually, was that the? I think that might have been the Presbyterian Church. I think. I might be thinking of something else. Like I said, it can be confusing.
Jedi Council ili Jedijski savjet je Presbyterian Church ili Hopeless Situation Presbyterian Church ili Hopeless Situation Parliament. Jer generalno Jedi se prevedu kao Hopeless Situations. Ili ti Jedi vitez je Hopeless Situation Warrior ili samo Hopeless. Presbyteriansku crkvu su nju upravljali presbiteriji ili ti.
And the last one, Chris. Hopeless Situation Temple.
The Jedi Temple.
Yes, the Jedi Temple is called the Hopeless Situation. I know that the Hopeless Situation Temple suffered.
The Jedi Council was translated as Presbyterian Church. Was the original thing a hoax? I don't know. It just seems like it just seems too bizarre to be a hoax somehow. And it is, right, so they'll refer to the Jedi as hopeless situation, which comes from a Chinese phrase that is used to refer to a hero. Like, it means, so the actual phrase in Chinese translates to hero's ground. And what it means is, like, it refers to a person who, like, stands his ground even when the situation is hopeless or seems hopeless. And yeah, so that part is real. So I think it's at least partly real. I think it is real. And so it could be a hoax. It could just be a joke.
This makes no sense.
That it doesn't.
That it does. Oh gosh, this story's gonna be ruined.
Have you heard the tale of whatever the fuck his name is?
Of Ratio D?
Here's.
That reached the man.
There it is. There it is.
Not.
not. I think to be is to not.
I legitimately can't tell if he's said the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise yet. Oh wait, no,
No,
it's
no,
coming, it's
not
coming,
yet.
it's coming.
This is it.
This is it.
You heard the tragedy.
Reach the man.
What? I mean...
Not.
R2 is R2, surprisingly enough. Although I think he may be called Boone at one point.
I think R2 is in fact called R2 on a few occasions. Another one is Reach the Man. I think that showed up when R2 was on screen a few times.
The other ones I've got here, R2D2 is called Reach the Man.
R2D2 je R2 ili Reach the Man. Did you heard the tragedy, tako nešto, that reached the man. A R2D2 je preveden Reach the Man. Znači, koga god, da li je R4 droid, da li je R3, R2, koji god da je droid u pitanju, svi su prevedeni kao R2 ili Reach the Man. Sorry, svi droidi su Darth Plagueis. To je point.
Znači, ne znamo ko je Darth Plagueis, ali verovatno ako su morali da nagađamo je.
Did you heard of the tragedy that reached the man? Reaching the man cloth space is the Emperor. He is so strong and big. He even can use the original dint to create life. He is very deep to black influence understanding. He became more and more strong and big, lost his power afterwards. Afterwards, he died. In fact, he teaches his own the whole skills, all to disciple. Then his land killed him to let him going to bed. Satirizing the meaning is, he can't let other people, but is incapable for dint to the oneself.
Did you heard of the tragedy that reach the man?
Not.
I think to be too is not. I think that the hopeless situation elder also can't. That is a legend. Reaching the man cloth space is the emperor. He is so strong and big. He even can use the original dint to create life. He is very deep to black influence understanding. The black influence can the matter that many supermans, but other people thinks that these are what can't attains.
The black influence, how it is afterwards.
He became more and more strong and big. Lost his power afterwards. Afterwards he died. In fact, he teaches own the whole skills all to disciple. Then his land killed him to let him going to bed. Satirizing the meaning is he can let other people, but is incapable for dint to the oneself.
Did you heard of the tragedy that reached the man?
Did you heard?
Not.
I think to be too is not. I think that the hopeless situation elder also can't. That is a legend. Reaching the man cloth space is the emperor. He is so strong and big. He even can use the original dints to create life. He is very deep to black influence understanding. Lost his power afterwards. Afterwards he died. In fact, he teaches own the whole skills all to disciple. Then his land killed him to let him go into bed. Satirizing the meaning is he can let other people, but is incapable for dint to the oneself.
I can be the academic association this kind of magic?
Do not do the hopeless situation elder can. Oh, bravo, Wes.
I mean, since I did the lip sync of the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, I mean, it's only fair that I go to my favorite dub of Revenge of the Sith ever and just read the tragedy that reached the man. Whoever found those bootleg subtitles and decided to just do a whole dub. Is it bad that I can quote Backstroke of the West more than the actual movie it's for? I feel like such a bad Star Wars fan. Oh, thank you, Reddit. I forgot how bad this was. Okay, time for the beauty that is the tragedy that reached the man. Serious face, let's do this. Not attempting any sort of voice, I'm just gonna read it, because this is a beautiful mess. We're just gonna tell you the tale of the tragedy that reached the man in Sidious's voice, to the best of my ability. Did you hear of the tragedy that reached the man? Did you heard of the tragedy that reached the man? Things I do. I think to be two is not. I think that the hopeless situation elder also can't. That is a legend. Reaching the man. Cloth space is the emperor. Okay, I got this. Okay. He is so strong and big. He even can use the original dint to create life. Wait, we got this. He is very deep to the black influence understanding.
Chris, the black influence.
The dark side.
Yes! Oh, you're storming this one.
Mračna strana sile, Dark World ili Black Influence.
I don't know if I can say this. Okay, don't yell at me. This is the subtitle, not me. I do not think this. The black influence can the matter that many supermans. Hey, I don't make this up, okay? But other people thinks that these are what Kant attains.
The black influence, how it is afterwards.
He become more and more strong and big. I can't say strong and big as Sidious without wanting to laugh. Lost his power afterwards. Afterwards, he died. Lost his power afterwards. Afterwards, he died. In fact, he teaches own the whole skills, all to discipline. Then his land killed him to let him going to bed. Huh? In fact, he teaches own the whole skills, all to disciple. Why was that so hard to say? Then his land killed him to let him going to bed. The end. Satirizing, the meaning is, he can let other people, but is incapable for dint to the oneself. Backstroke of the West is a beautiful mess. It is a beautiful mess with some of the best lines.
Kad je neko moćan, to se kaže strong and big.
I nek original dint bude s vama.
Original dint. And the line is, he even can use the original dint to create life.
Mr. Plagius. Darth Plagius.
It's the terminology within the film. Yeah,
oh, sorry.
Force.
Right, Force, yeah, sorry.
You did steal.
Was I not supposed to shout out?
So. Oh, no, it's okay. I'll give Chris that because he stole. Okay, right, so...
Gets the rules, gets the point.
He's so strong and big.
He's so strong and big.
Did to create life. He had the gold of the D.
He is filled.
Deep to black.
Reaching the man cloth space is the... He is so strong and big.
Is that his name, Man Claw?
Did you see? He's so strong and big.
Yeah. That's what it said. I did see it. I was laughing too hard.
Yeah, he's like, he's strong and big.
No.
To black. He's very strong, big, and black. Holy crap.
He's a big, deep black.
He is so strong and big.
Wow, this guy's really having his dick hard for the Emperor.
Yeah.
The original dint.
The Force? Is that the Force? Is that what they're calling
No,
the D? The dint?
Maybe.
Too black.
The dint. The strongest dint user in the galaxy. He has harnessed the dint.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. The original dint to create life. Apparently, Dint is the Force. He has very deep to black influence understanding.
Kind
Black
of right.
influence can the matter that many Supermans and other people think
Hello,
that these
Clark
are what
Kent, where are
can't
you?
attain. The black influence can the matter that many Supermans and other people thinks that these are what can't attain.
Oh my god!
They're super, and they're humans.
They're Supermans! He become more and more strong and big. Lost his power afterwards. Afterwards he died.
The black influence can the matter that many Supermans but other people think that these
Superman is now Star Wars canon.
He become more and more
Strong
and big. Then his land killed him to let him go into bed.
Then his land killed him!
This is a story of a man's erection and his rise to
The
power.
best story.
I can't handle it. Then his land killed him.
His erection lives on.
They said the story in 3 images.
And then he became killed.
Then his apprentice killed him in his sleep. Čuvena rečenica. Iz legende Dartu Plegi su mudrom. Then his land killed him to let him going to bed.
Then his land killed him to let him go into bed.
His land killed him?
Then his land killed him to let him...
His land killed him?
Shit,
Rock came up and smacked him in the face?
The fuck is Dint?
Is it when the Emperor ran out of dint?
Yeah. He is strong.
Oh, man.
I know what it is. It's the scene when Anakin and Palpatine are walking, and he's talking to him about Darth Tyrannus or whatever.
Darth
And he's
Plagueis the Wise.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking
Is that,
about.
the,
He's
is
like
that the Chancellor of the West?
he's the Chancellor of the West. And yeah, and he lived forever, but his land killed him afterwards.
You could watch the whole 2-hour and 20-minute video of that online, or just the highlights. I think the highlights is the best way to go, but there are some bangers in there.
Oh man, I'm very glad I didn't play the role of Brian. I feel like I would have definitely fucked those lines up.
Oh, I practiced so much this week.
I figured that that's what you were spending your entire weekend doing.
You know it.
We haven't gotten to episode 3 yet. Nothing's stopping us from watching the...
we discussed that version instead.
We should. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure our
Remember
three
when the
followers...
hopeless situation elder went with the other hopeless situation elder to Mustafar?
Do you guys remember when the hopeless situation elder Obi-Wan cut off the legs of the other hopeless situation elder, who was also West Emperor? You guys remember that scene?
So that was Backstroke of the West.
Is that Revenge of the Sith, but translated back?
That's right.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Backstroke of the West. Well, it's been a great show.
So I'm gonna quote from the classic episode 3 line. Then his land killed him to let him go into bed.
I can then be academic association this kind of magic?
Do not do the hopeless situation over.
Is not from a Jedi that hard to translate? 3 words, not from a hopeless situation warrior would have been fine. I would have given him full marks.
Oh, hopeless situation.
Jedi is not a common.
Why is Jedi hopeless
Because
situation?
Jedi cannot be directly translated. It's a name. They don't know that.
No, but why is it hopeless situation? Why couldn't it be hopeful situation?
I don't know.
Why are the Jedi hopeless?